Hello everyone, so let me introduce you to my first connector for Anypoint Studio. This connector has been developed by myself, so it's nothing official, it's something which I am contributing to the MuleSoft community. So it will be an open source connector, and I will show you the Git repository where I have uploaded it, so you can modify it, download it, and share and extend it to your needs. So the connector is for Jenkins, the pipeline and CI engine. So the idea behind this connector is to allow you to orchestrate your Jenkins actions and operations using this connector. It has around 6 operations you can use, and I will introduce these to you in a minute. So basically this connector is nothing which is provided as an official connector from MuleSoft. It's contributed by myself, so I am responsible for the code and everything which is part of it. I want to share it with the community, so in order you want to extend it, you can make use of the repository, download it and extend it to your needs. So let's take a look on the connector, how it looks like. So let me go to my repository. So basically I will paste the link again in the description below, and you can then download the repository from here. So this is the Jenkins connector for Anypoint Studio. How this works is basically here you have a quick description about what is the goal of this connector, what are the different operations which are supported. So basically 5 common operations, so you can run a job by name, you can get the last build info, get all builds, even get all jobs, and also the console text. In some cases this might be useful, and this should allow you to orchestrate based on your conditions and involvement with other tools like Jira or ServiceNow, and orchestrate your Jenkins release process if needed. And what you need to have here for is a couple of prerequisites. Make sure you have the Anypoint Studio installed. So this is one thing you should have. Mvn repository is configured and accessible from the Anypoint Studio. Then download the connector, the Jenkins connector, so MVP. It's really providing the minimum viable product functionality to you, so you can use it and extend it to your needs. So there is really no support from MuleSoft. It's contributed as an open source repository, so you should be able to use it. Once you have downloaded it, you can install the connector into your Mvn repository, and after this you add basically the dependency in your POM file of your Mule project, and then the connector is available. And exactly this is what we are going to look into it, how you can download and how you can make use of it. Yeah? So let's go first of all. Here on the top you will find here a release which you can select. So MVP 1.1.3. Don't ask me, it has been, I've just labeled it like this. This was my latest release. And if you go into it, you can download the source code, download it and extract it to a place where you can access Mvn. Yeah, so you download it. I have downloaded it here into my Anypoint Studio workspaces because I'm developing this further, and you can also develop this further if needed. So once you have downloaded it and extracted it, do a Mvn install, and if everything is configured correctly, your Mvn is up and running and configured and set it up properly, so it should install the connector into your Mvn repository. So you will see it is searching for the project, it will find the POM file, and based on the POM file it will install all the content of it. So let's give it a minute. So you can see the installation is running. So, and here at the end, this is the success message you will receive. So after everything is installed, you get a build success, and now you can go into your Anypoint Studio and make use of it. So let's go into the Anypoint Studio. Currently you can see these are my connectors which I am having. So first of all, I need to go into the POM file, and into the POM file I need to basically add a specific string here in the dependency, and the dependency string is, let me go back to the repository and show it to you. So if you scroll down here, you can see the add dependency. So you copy basically everything what is here, go into your Anypoint Studio platform and add it here. So you can see it is added here. So this is the string which I have pasted. Let me paste it on the bottom. So this is my Jenkins connector. I have here the group ID, the Jenkins connector artifact ID, and the version number. Make sure you really copy it from the GitHub repository and paste it in the same version here. Then save it. And once you saved it, you will see here Jenkins 1.1.3 appears, and you can now make use of it. So you can, one second, here's another problem, but this is according to something else. So basically here you can see you have now a Jenkins connector, and let's go to configuration. First of all, what you have to do is create a Jenkins configuration. So let's Jenkins Config, and what you need to provide is here first of all the protocol. I have tested this with HTTP. So HTTPS I have not tested, but you have the source code in case there is something which should not work. You can modify it. In my case, my Jenkins is running on the local host and it is 8089. The username is API Activist, and the token, let me get the token. Also important, where to get the token. So if you are in Jenkins, you click here on your user profile, go to settings, and under settings you can add here a new token. I have it already, so I will paste it. So I have added the API token, and now my Jenkins is configured. The next thing which I need to do is I need to now add, for instance, one of the operations. So I can just, as usual, drag and drop it directly here. And you can see here this has no input property, so it's enough if you just select the Jenkins configuration and save it. And one more thing you have to do is you have to go to the meme type and say you want to have a JSON meme type, so it will respond also in JSON. And once you have done it, let's explore this option and see how it works. So let me run and start the project. So the application has been deployed. As a next step, what I can do is I can query, or I can try to use this operation. So I have already started my Postman here, and I can do here just access the listener, and you can see what will happen now is it comes back with the two jobs which I have already in my Jenkins. So let me quickly show it to you. If I go here into Jenkins, you'll see I have two jobs, and exactly those two jobs are being returned by the first operation, get all jobs. And here you see also the color of these jobs, just to see the health, how they are currently doing. So the next step would be now to say, okay, let's remove this one. So I'll delete it and add get all builds. And here I need to refer to a job name. So you can see already here in the properties, additional properties, I need to provide a job name, which I've already copied. And this is basically going to get me all the builds, all the 16 builds, which you can see here using this operation. So what I need to do is I need to save first of all this, and also select here in the meme type application JSON, save it, and now you will see it will rebuild everything. And we will then do again the query through the listener and see what it will respond. So application has been deployed. Query the same URL again, and it should respond now the different message. So it will come up with all the different builds for this specific job which I have entered, and you can see here I have 16 builds. So everything is listed here, including the last or the result. It's also important to identify if this is passed or failed. So I can see the version 16 or 15 has been failed, and then 16 has been passed again. So this is also quite important to fetch. If you would like to have build console text, it's also possible. You can just use the get last build console info. It will only fetch the last build console text. You can also get the last build info in case you want to trigger it and see how it behaves. So then you can really fetch it from here. Let me delete it and show you one more operation, which is run job. The run job operation might be quite useful if you want to trigger based on conditions, maybe if you are working with Jira or ServiceNow or any other agile management tool and you want to capture a specific backlog item, and based on the backlog item you want to trigger a Jenkins build based on the data of the backlog items, then this might be very useful to trigger it directly using this operation. So run job with REST client. Here you can, let me rename it quickly. So let's say we say here from job. So this is the job I want to run, and I can see here it is already part of it. Let me save the project, and then what will happen is I will trigger using the Jenkins operation this job, and this job will start running and add a new build basically here. Let's see. So it's building the project again. So done. And now what I will do is I will go into Jenkins and also make my postman a bit smaller so we are able to see what's happening. So here I will now trigger the same. It should return message 200, which is good. Means, and here you can see a new job has been started for this. 200 just means that it was successful triggering the job. Now you can see job is running. And once job is completed, what you could do is you could now go into Anypoint Studio and say you want to have the last build console text for the same job. So let's go in here, enter this, and I will remove the other one. You could basically add it, but in order to demonstrate what we are seeing here, so here in this case I will be now fetching the last build console text of the job now. So let it build first. So while it's building, let me show you what it will fetch. So here in the console output, you can see this is the text, what is listed here. And actually this you can now trigger with the last build console text. So it should return exactly this information. And if I trigger it, you can see here it has returned the information which I find here on the Jenkins log. So basically it's the same information which is provided by Anypoint Studio MVP connector. So that was it. A quick introduction into the MVP Jenkins connector for Anypoint Studio. You can download it from this GitHub repository. Feel free to extend it. Feel free to contribute to this repository and extend it to further operations and actions. I'll be working on a few other DevOps tools in the future and releasing a couple of other MVP connectors. for MuleSoft Anypoint Studio. So looking forward to your feedback. Also anything which can be improved, let me know. Hope you enjoyed.